Remember when we had an amazing storyline in Fortnite? The IO, the Seven, Sloan, Midas, Peely, and more were all staples of Fortnite lore. Where are they today? In this video, we're exploring the slow decline of the Fortnite storyline. Fortnite is primarily a battle royale, and from day one, the main objective has been to win the game, land, get good loot, eliminate other players, and be the last player remaining. The concept of this game, survival, coupled with mechanics like building and features like cross-platform play, propelled Fortnite to the #1 game in the world. But along with this amazing gameplay, there was a story building, a rocket arriving, a meteor hitting Dusty Depot, weird stuff going on with time. All of this was incorporated into Battle Royale as the Fortnite storyline which we know and remember today. This event and the arrival of Chapter 2 marked a new phase in the storyline. Many people, including myself, say that Chapter 2 was the peak of Fortnite's story. Midas, Brutus, Agent Peely, Jonesy, Sloan, and so many more would be the pillars of this amazing lore. We could see their chaos on the map, we could wear the skins in game, and watch top 5 gaming videos about all their shenanigans. There was a ton of stuff that happened, from wars on the island, to new villains, to so much more. There is too much for me to include in this video. You can watch videos like this for what exactly happens step by step, but the focus of my video here is to examine the quality of this story, which in Chapter 2 was immaculate. The end of Chapter 2 introduced one of the most loved characters in Fortnite, the Foundation. The island was flipped and we moved on to a new phase of the story. The Foundation, the IO, the Herald, and more. Then Chapter 4 came and we saw the first signs of confusion. There was the introduction of new characters like the Ageless. There were some medieval elements added and it looked like the storyline was maybe heading in a new direction. But soon after, this just disappeared and we continued to see differing elements of the story. Dr. Sloan made a return for one season. Jonesy also came back in Chapter 5. But at least to me, there was no real clarity as to where the story was going. Going forward, then back in time to OG, then forward again, like I don't know. Fast forward to Chapter 6, Top 5 Gaming posted a video about the storyline, and it didn't do so well. He pointed out that players had lost interest in the Fortnite story, saying, "It's my worst video out of the last 10 I've posted. It used to be my most popular series." So, the storyline definitely isn't as popular anymore, it's gotten more confusing, and because of that, all players are losing interest. So what's the solution to this downward spiral? My answer? Simplify. Come back to the roots. Instead of making a complicated storyline that isn't grabbing attention, pivot to a different plot that is simple yet elegant, easy to follow yet enticing. Bringing back fan favorite characters like Jonesy, Peely, Sloan, Midas, and more would be a great start. Or if they're just in the past now and we have to move on, it would be better to introduce new characters but have them stay for a while. The Ageless seemed like a genuinely new and interesting main character, but he disappeared after just one season. Why? We never heard of him again. That's one of the problems. Fortnite introduces new characters, has them disappear on a mission, and we never see them again. Instead of introducing new characters and threads in Fortnite lore every season, it would be much more captivating to welcome new characters, build their story, create a whole aura around them, and keep their effects relevant on the map for at least a while. Bring them back, show what they're doing. Writing in a character, having them make one hole on the map, and then making them disappear, never to be heard from again, is not a good look. Add continuity and flow. Make the Fortnite storyline the GOAT of all video game lore. But let me be clear, I fully appreciate the fact that a lot of people at Epic are working hard to make the storyline interesting. But right now, it just feels a little scattered and all over the place. The storyline used to be simple, easy to follow, fun to watch. Ghost vs Shadow, the IO vs the Seven, absolute cinema, no joke. It was beautiful storytelling, stunning plot, and absolute pleasure to enjoy. But put simply, after the end of Chapter 3, it has slowly gotten more and more complicated and difficult to understand. I keep thinking the Seven are coming back, but no, we have a new version of the Seven, then another new version, then we have Hope, then we have Night Rose, then we have the Ageless. Like, what are we doing? Where are we going? One of the things that I think defines the quality of the story is Chapter 2 was in 2020, and I still remember a lot of the main elements. Midas, Brutus, I remember those things. I remember the island being flipped, I remember Jonesy. But after the end of Chapter 3, I don't remember much. Chapter 4, what happened to the story there? Yeah, if I think back, there was Cave of Thorn, but that's maybe all I can think of in Chapter 4. In Chapter 5, I am completely lost as to what happened in the story and where we went and where we've gone, and in Chapter 6, I feel the same way. The story is not as prominent and memorable as it was before. And yes, a lot of people at Epic are working to make the story good, and I genuinely appreciate that, and honestly, it is not easy to maintain a story in a video game like Fortnite. But in my opinion, the story for us as players and people who enjoy Fortnite and love Fortnite and appreciate the effort of these people, it would be much better if they could just re-simplify the story and come back to the roots. The simple works where the story was more clear, because right now it seems like we have to decipher a lot. And looking at a more positive side, while the storyline has been a bit shaky and complicated, Epic has been on top of their game with gameplay. Chapter 6 has been amazing, an absolute masterclass. Obviously, we all miss the nostalgic feeling of 2018 Fortnite, but look at this. This is an amazing game, it genuinely is. Fortnite in 2025 is at the top. Also, Chapter 6 just started, and who knows, maybe Epic takes a new direction with Shogun X and Night Rose and Hope, and we get a cool new story. Because like I said, I genuinely do believe that the people at Epic do care about the storyline and they work really hard on it. And you never know with Fortnite, the whole storyline could go from downhill to uphill in an instant. This video is not me attacking Epic Games, and no disrespect, I love you guys, but these are just my thoughts on where this awesome game is lacking the flair that it once had. What do you guys think? Is the Fortnite story going downhill? And if you think it is, how do you propose it could come back? Thank you for watching.